This sample is effective to me because it displays several qualities that I think it takes to make a great sports writer. I think this is an example of great sports writing because the sports writers allow Mad Dog to go out of his comfort zone by talking about another sport that he doesn't normally talk about to see his knowledge in it. This is my top 10 qualities of a great sports writer. Number 10, everybody's going to have opinions, but it's all about sticking to opinions. When you write your opinions, they're always going to be somewhere to be found at. And everybody likes when you stick to what you say, even when it's wrong. Positivity. Are the articles that you're reading positive, or do they have a lot of negative energy and negative things being said about your team? Why would you want to read something where sports writers are always talking down on a team that you like to follow? Enthusiasm. This gets the readers or the viewers' attention very quickly. If the sports writer has good enthusiasm and is authentic, this allows the reader or the viewer to engage in what's going on and wants to pay attention to what's happening in the sports world currently. And then we have current. Are the sports writers up to date and very current and fast with the information of what they're giving out? Is it correct? Do you have to go to other sources to double check their work just to make sure that what you're reading from them is correct? Who have they worked with? Are they somebody that's just starting in the industry and you're not really sure if they're a reliable source, or have they been in the industry for a long time and you know that they have written a lot and they've worked with great people in the industry and they know a lot of people and that they are just somebody that you can trust? Education. Are the sports writers educated, or are they not? Do you understand the language? Are they making sense? Do they talk to you in plain terms, or do they make it very complicated? Being educated is very important and it helps out the sports writer and the reader. Facts. Are the sports writers talking about facts that are actually facts, not just opinions? Or do we have to go back and read other articles to make sure that what they're talking about is the right information? History. I love history because it allows me to engage with today's sports world with what I knew or what I grew up with. For example, here, Kobe Bryant was somebody that I always followed growing up. And I saw an article recently that showed that John Morant only did something in the NBA playoffs that LeBron James and Kobe Bryant did. This makes me want to go and watch John Morant play because I loved Kobe Bryant and LeBron James play when I was younger. List. I love lists. There's nothing like a power rankings to get your blood flowing and understanding how good or where your team sits at. Allows you to see for a current event if a sports writer, for instance, writes about the NBA playoffs and which series to get ready for, and then it allows other sports writers to talk about it and just to debate about it. And they're very fun and easy to read and to understand. And interesting. Why would you want to read something that's not interesting? It is up to the sports writers to make sure that what is being talked about currently is very interesting in order to engage the readers and the sports fans. The first thing that we can see being displayed here is a list. The second thing is he's talking about old teams. Mad Dog does display a lot of enthusiasm. Here he talks about facts and about who's a Hall of Famer and who's not. And then lastly, since this is a list, he is very strong about his opinions.